quite honestly.
All right. Ba-dum-ba-dum.
What happened?
I just broke your chair. So sorry.
That's all right.
I went to put my foot on it and I broke it.
You mean the set that I got from the Christmas tree shop 10 years ago
I am so sorry.
for about $100 for the whole thing? That's okay. Swap it out with another chair. So.
No, I'm good.
Are you sure?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't want you to like plummet to the ground.
Nope, I'm good.
I don't have good insurance. Okay.
Hello, everyone. Welcome once again to Editing the Academy, Dangerous Edition. I'm Darryl.
I'm Laura.
Baby clap. Christ. All right, we are here to talk about a more contemporary film. All of our contemporary films have been Netflix films. I just find that strange. We are here to talk about Anaconda, the reboot.
This was in the movies, though. This was in the theater.
Yeah, well, all the Netflix ones are, but they don't.
Oh, I didn't think they all went into the theater.
Yeah, they have at least a limited release.
Oh, okay.
Whether it's nationwide or just like for a couple weeks or whatever, I don't know. But,
all right.
Because a lot of them they want to try to get into film festivals and things like that.
Interesting.
All right, so Anaconda. This is, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but this is the 7th installment in the Anaconda series.
Seriously?
Seriously.
Wow, okay.
This was directed by Tom Gormican, who co-wrote it with Kevin Eaton, stars Paul Rudd, Jack Black, Steve Zahn, Thwandi Newton, Daniela McClure, and Selton Mello. Man, you guys are messing with my head with these names. And just recently came out, 2 weeks ago?
On Netflix, yeah.
From the filming of this, 2 weeks ago on Netflix. And so we're going to talk about it.
All right, you start.
Okay, this film I did not enjoy.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell you why. I expected this film to be exactly what I would have expected this film to be. You have Jack Black, Paul Rudd, Steve Zahn. It's going to be a comedy, a parody.
Yes.
It's going to be over the top. It's going to be silly, but super fun. I don't think the film lived up to its own hype.
Okay.
I really, really don't. I was disappointed because, and it's not the performances, I think everybody was doing exactly what they were supposed to be doing. I think a lot of them were underutilized, and I think the writing of this movie was piss poor.
Okay, I thought it was super fun. I enjoyed it as far as, we have talked about, though, the fact that I'm not a huge lover of comedies.
Yeah.
And so I think because it was lacking in the silliness and the pratfalls and the different things like that, and in fact, the only places that it hit for me as not liking it were those places, like the squirrel in the mouth. And I didn't like any of that. I thought that was totally gross out humor, which I don't love. I thought it was fun. I like horror movies though, so I loved the jump scares.
Oh, sure.
I loved the slithering, scary, completely clearly made up snake. I thought it was like an hour and a half of good fun.
I think I might be slightly spoiled with these kind of movies as well, because after seeing when they rebooted Jumanji, that particularly the first one, the second one was a great follow-up, but that film had no reason to be as good and as fun as it was.
That's fair.
So a lot of these types of movies, and I will put this in that same kind of loose category, I just expect to be a little bit better.
Yeah.
Rather than this to me felt, and this is what a lot of streaming movies now are nowadays, just like a straight to video kind of feel.
Yeah.
This was the next installment. We made it on a very cheap budget. We're gonna put it out straight to video because no one's gonna care to ever see this, and we're still gonna make our money. That's what it felt like to me.
Okay, and so I agree with all of that, and still thought it was a fun, good time.
Okay.
Because, but maybe because that was my expectation. I didn't expect it to be elevated in any way, shape, or form. I'm like, a couple hours with Steve Zahn and Jack Black sounds like a good time to me.
That's the way I went in with it as well, but to me it even fell short of that.
Okay, interesting, because it hit that for me. It didn't go anything above it, but it hit it. You did say though, and I agree with you, that it had some underutilized parts. Like Steve Zahn was fully underutilized because he brings just the biggest joy to every movie he's in. And also, Thandie Newton, like, how can you make her look unattractive?
Yes.
And they made her look so unattractive. She's one of the most beautiful women in the world. And that bugged me.
And also, she's such an incredibly talented actress.
Absolutely.
And she was underutilized. I've never seen her in a comedy before, so I've only seen her.
I have faith in her. She could have done something more.
I do as well, and this is why I say it's the writing, I think, and the directing, where they were just not utilizing their things, the tools they had at their disposal correctly. And I question sometimes when a movie fails or doesn't hit for me, whether that's the directing, the writing, a combination of the two, or was this the kind of movie where the director was like, no improv. Like, don't go off script.
Okay.
Stick to the script. Because you have such talented people who can improv and often make better lines than what are on the page.
Mm-hmm.
I always question in those scenarios whether that was allowed or not. Like, that sense of play that you can have on a set when that's allowed brings out deeper, more fuller comedic performances out of somebody. And I have known that some directors, I don't know this one in particular, but some shut that down, so you never can get to those deeper kind of comedic places.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't have a yay or nay as to why I liked it or didn't like it, but I thought it was good fun.
I'll give you an easy example of what I'm talking about. The snake wrangler.
Yes.
He's supposed to be kind of a parody person.
Yes.
Completely not. He's underutilized. He's not. There's nothing about him that is even remotely interesting or funny. Even the lines where he's trying to be like that serious deadpan kind of comedic thing didn't work. It all felt flat.
But he was a red shirt too. You knew he wasn't gonna last long.
Right, but like he's supposed to be that I take it so seriously, I love my job, I love my snakes kind of thing. And his performance was flat. The writing of him was flat. He was not, I don't know, flushed out is not really the right term to use in this kind of film, but he was just not, he wasn't even the right kind of parody.
I don't disagree with a thing that you were saying, except for I liked the sight gags. When they spoiler alert, when they kill the snake and it goes through I chuckled. It made me chuckle. I thought that was very funny. When the snake gets out of the cage, which you know that they're going to.
Oh yeah.
It made me chuckle. So
I will give them props for bringing back some of the original cast, even if they were.
When Ice Cube came out, that was fantastic. That was a moment I was not expecting. And I didn't read the cast lines before it.
They even tried at certain points to go meta with it, like that they were talking about they were in the film trying to recreate the film, talking about the original film, and that didn't work for me.
See, I thought the premise of them trying to remake the film worked for me.
The premise absolutely did. And the only running gag that didn't work for me was the fact that they never had the rights and they were constantly still moving forward, bringing it to the festival circuits, getting awards for this thing they have no rights for.
They cannot do when they get a cease and desist letter.
That worked for me as a running gag, but that was pretty much it.
Okay.
I was so disappointed.
I say this is the type of movie that you can watch while you're putting in your laundry,
while
you're getting up, making some more popcorn and doing things like that, but it's to me, it's a fine Saturday night hanging out.
This is, we just talked about this on an earlier podcast, this is a Sunday afternoon movie that you don't have to pay attention to.
You do not have to pay much attention to this movie, but I think, again, my expectations for what it was, it met those and it didn't meet it for you.
No, it did not. So I'm going to not recommend that you see this movie.
I'm going to recommend that it's a fun movie to watch.
All right.
Okay.
I think this is the first one we've split on.
It is, yeah. I think The Rip, is that, what was that? The
heist one.
The heist one. I think I liked that one a little more than you did as well.
You liked it a little more, but I would still recommend it.
Oh, you did? Okay,
and
I forgot.
The thing with that one that you helped me correct is to look at it as two different movies. The first is a thriller, and then it's just a 20-minute action movie.
Yeah.
Okay. And once you put it that way, I was like, oh, then that's brilliant. It totally works for me.
Okay.
Because it just shifted so quickly. Anyway, so let us know what you think, and till next time.
Bye-bye.